When I was 13, I was daydreaming at the Los Angeles Tennis Club, which is the hub of Southern California. I started thinking about everybody wore white shoes, white socks, white clothes, played with white balls, and everybody who played was white. I asked myself at 13, I go, where's everyone else? Like, where's everyone else? That's not right. And so I made a promise to myself that I'd fight for equality the rest of my life that day. I knew when I played Bobby Riggs, it was about social change. Title IX had just been passed the year before, so it was the first time ever that women got athletic scholarships. Before that, I didn't get an athletic scholarship. I worked 2 jobs, went to Cal State LA. I thought I was living large, but just across town, Arthur Ashe had a full scholarship to UCLA, and Stan Smith went to SC, had a full scholarship, full ride. I don't think people realize how much women still struggle.
I was 7 years old, and I just remember a lot of kids in school saying, girls don't play hockey. At the time, they were right. I never saw another girl.
Right now, there's so few role models accessible to these girls in hockey because the landscape of the game doesn't allow us to continue to play after we graduate.
One more. Whoa. Good job. 1, 2. Nice. Get it.
The landscape doesn't allow us to play after we graduate.
You don't always have the time and the energy to put your training first because you're trying to fight first. But I think what is more motivation when we step on the ice is to be your best and to show your best, because you're proving every single day to the world that you belong in the sport of ice hockey. We realize that 200 plus players, that the leagues that we have right now, they're not professional, they're not sustainable. In my opinion, we need the resources that the NHL have to help back us up. We need their infrastructure, we need their business model, and we need their support.
It's commendable that you are in love with this sport as much as you are. It's your drive, it's your passion, and all of that, man. But how irresponsible is it to put all your eggs in this basket knowing what the future holds in this situation? If you're not going to take it upon yourself to change the appeal of the sport and try to change people's perspectives of the sport, that's on you, man. You can't rely on anybody else to try to change things for you, to make shit better for you. How insane must someone be to I want to say insane. I want to shit on her dreams, man. But it's just make it make sense, dog. Make it make sense. You know what you signing up for when you have what you're going to earn written there for you. And you can get mad that you ain't getting paid more, but you signing up for it. You are signing up for that, right? And clearly there's no market for what you're doing, but you want to be paid more. Anyway, that doesn't make no sense. That does not make any sense. And the world does not revolve around you. But anyway, let's see where else this video is gonna go.
When you first enter the league,
somebody else is talking. Hold on.
When you first enter the league, you're just concerned about playing well. You want to be able to establish yourself as someone that can be a veteran player, someone that can be an all-star, and those aren't really your concerns. But I think that it's important for us to also understand, as the years go by and as you understand your impact in the league on the court, off the court is equally, if not more, impactful.
Billie Jean serves for match point.
The tennis shit makes all the sense in the world. Literally, there is no equality, right? There's no equality. They were not allowing women to compete. They were not allowing women to have collegiate scholarships to play the sport. That is, inequality by definition. And you're fighting for equality to provide the same opportunities for women that men have. But this hockey shit and this WNBA shit is not what we're talking about. You can't conflate the two. You know what I mean? Women today have every opportunity that men have, if not more. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even want to go there. But like, you can't change the market. I mean, that's what we're talking about, supply and demand. And the majority of these situations, when people talk about a pay gap, I mean, it's not a pay gap, it's supply and demand.
Beautiful shot, and the Wimbledon title is hers.
But that's dope that she was able to achieve that.
In 1968, tennis became a pro sport for both men and women. And Wimbledon, 1968, Rod Laver won 2,000 pounds for winning, and I won 750 pounds. I was so happy we had pro tennis. I did not realize we were going to get a different prize money. I thought we'd get the same. So then in the back of my mind, I knew that would be another ongoing challenge for the future. And then what happened is that tournaments were being dropped for women. So there were 9 of us that signed a $1 contract in 1970, and that is known as the birth of women's professional tennis. We were willing to give up everything so the future generations would have a chance.
And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. That runs parallel to what homegirls experiencing with hockey. Like, their $1 contract is low-key the same thing as her signing a $7,000 a month contract. You can't, well, not $7,000 a month, $7,000 a year. I'm about to say $7,000 a month is it's a good salary. I think it says she got $7,000 a year or some shit like that. But you gotta do shit like that. You gonna take if you want it that bad, you gonna have to do some shit to change this shit, to fight what the fuck to fight for what you want. And they went from dollar contracts to fucking Serena Williams, right? But you don't hear anybody complaining about that shit. Right, we don't hear nobody complaining about that shit. So Sabrina's one of the highest paid athletes in the world, one of the best athletes that ever fucking to participate in a sport. But we don't talk about that. We don't bring that shit up. It's just about where shit is unequal. But there's reasons why shit is unequal. You gotta add context to the situation. You gotta add context to these things. But nobody gives a fuck about context anymore. It's all about how the fuck shit makes you feel.
2007 to get equal prize money in each major.
Women in the WNBA may not talk about pay because they might have initially fallen into this false belief that we should be grateful for what we are getting.
But that's not it, though.
Quite frankly, I don't think that a lot of women, when I entered the league, were talking about pay.
That's not it, though. You shouldn't. Where is that narrative? Well, clearly it's somewhere if she feels that way. But that's fucked up. If you should be thankful for what you're receiving. You should be thankful that we're paying you any fucking way. That's not at all what it is. Especially now in 2022. If somebody out here saying some bullshit like that, they're gonna get fucking hung in public opinion, in public court. But I don't see that anywhere. So y'all let me know if y'all see what she just said anywhere. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
A lot of women, when I entered the league, were talking about pay because they may have felt that it didn't make a difference whether they discussed how much they're getting paid, especially in comparison to the men.
See, this is gonna piss me off. This is gonna piss me off. I should be past getting pissed off about shit like this, though. We just providing the stat, no context. Just providing the stat, no context. We're just supposed to pay motherfuckers to make them feel better. That's the type of world we living in. They want to get paid more because the men get paid more. Men get paid more because they make a whole lot of revenue, right? It's about supply and demand. It has nothing to do with the fucking sexes. Sports isn't sexist. It's that nobody gives a fuck about the WNBA. Nobody watches it. No one watches it, bro. Matter of fact, it burns cash. Like, they are in the deficit every fucking year. They make no money. So why the fuck would we put money into something that's not making any goddamn money? NBA takes on the burden of providing women the opportunity to play professionally because they make no money. The NBA pays their fucking bills because they make so much fucking money. So why the fuck would we just pay y'all more just to make y'all feel better? Y'all knowing what the fuck y'all sign up for. If y'all want shit to change the fucking sport. Make people attracted to it. Put some butts in the seats. Sell some goddamn tickets. Well, like, I could argue about the same shit they arguing about. Anybody can fucking argue about it, right? YouTube. I can sit there and complain about all the fucking hours on end I put in to, you know, making my channel as best as I can, right? And I can sit here and cry about motherfuckers getting more views, making more money than me because it's unfair. Nah, motherfucker, what does that mean? It's on me to fix that. It's on me to make my situation better. I can't expect somebody else to do that for me. It's on me. If you want to get paid more, make it better. If I want more views, make it better. If you want more money, do something fucking different. It has nothing to do with you being a woman and them being a man. It's because people are more attracted to watching the NBA than they are the fucking WNBA.
Hockey and all these places, they don't have anything yet. It's not right. We're trying to create opportunities for them as well, just like we did.
It's not right. Why isn't it right? Because nobody wants to watch it? I mean, what? What? It's not right because nobody wants to watch it. Like, motherfuckers love watching women play tennis. It's a market for that. There's no market for this. And there never will be a market for this. You're talking about a physical ass, combative ass, fucking testosterone driven sport. No one wants to watch women do that. It's just, it is what it is. And they're going to be sitting here fighting for their lives, you know what I'm saying, breaking their bodies down to create something that was never going to be created. As long as you got men over there whooping each other's ass, no one's going to watch, no one's going to, I mean, I guess you can compare women combative sports like women in women, you know, boxing or women MMA and shit, but at the same time, they don't make as much money as the men because people want to watch men fight more than they want to watch women. Why the fuck don't you think there's a fucking WNFL? There's not a WNHL because there's no market for it. There's no market for it. There's markets for women track and field. There's markets for women golf. There's market for women's tennis. People want to watch that. So you have to make people want to watch it instead of fucking crying and saying that you deserve to get paid more because you know, put so much into your sport. You got to do something different. You know what I mean? I can put 1,000 hours into my motherfucking YouTube. If it ain't paying me no motherfucking money, I'm wasting my goddamn time. Just like you're wasting your goddamn time. Unless you're gonna take it upon yourself and carry this burden of trying to change the sport and create some fucking mass appeal for it. And I wish you all of luck in doing so. But until then, y'all gotta just, you know, shut up and figure it out. It has nothing to do with unfairness and unequal treatment between men and women. That's all cap.
I'm out here skating with the U16 AAA Anaheim Junior Duck boys. They're gracious enough to let me come out to their practices twice a week. I live here because of my husband's job. He's currently on the Los Angeles Chargers, so we came out here to Orange County, and not being able to make a living playing a pro sport, I am not forced to live anywhere else. While I love being with him as much as I can, I wish I was forced to live in a city in which a pro sports team wanted to embrace me, wanted to love me, and wanted to compensate me to be there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm doing something. I love doing something nobody wants to watch. But since there's no market for it, since there's no market for it, you're gonna blame the people who don't want to watch it, who don't create a fucking avenue for you to live out your fucking dreams. Come on, man. Like, that's where we are right now. Fucking, yeah, I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it, man. All this coddling, soft ass nonsense, bro. Like, fuck that. Fuck that.
When we look at our sport, you know, we're the most successful professional women's league. And you have someone like Kendall and Hillary who are looking to make things better for women in hockey, and they're aspiring to have what we have. But then we also look at the women's national soccer team.
But they get the views. They get just as much. I know what she's going to say. My bad for cutting her off, but women's soccer team have the best argument when it comes to this because they get the views. There's a fucking enormous fan base and support for them. There's a market for this. It's all about economy at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with your feelings. Fuck how you feeling. Make some goddamn money.
And the following that they have, and we're looking for that. And so
there you go.
it's a team effort in different ways.
Good luck on that. I wonder how that helped you.
Season just started today. So. Oh, this is your first day? Yeah. Oh, well, it's good to see you. Good to see you too. I'll see you again.
Until women's team sports really make it so women, all the women can make a living, there has to be a vehicle of opportunity that pays them. Sports are a microcosm of society, and because women have so much less in women's sports, it's an indicator of the way the world is.
Nah, I disagree wholeheartedly. You can't compare sports to society. It's supply and demand. It's the market. I guess there's a microcosm and the appeal for it. Like the masses don't want to watch it, but that's cap though, because like I say, Serena wouldn't be as successful if she is if society was as unfair as it is. Nah, you gotta fucking, for the 1,000th time, you gotta create something that people want to watch. You gotta fucking create your own market. You gotta create the appeal for it. And if nobody's watching it, it's on you to fix it. You can't blame people for not wanting to watch it. Like how ridiculous does that sound? How ridiculous does that sound? Since there's no WNFL, that's a microcosm of society. No, who the fuck wants to watch? They tried to have that little fucking Victoria's Secret Football League. How long did that fucking last? No one wants to watch that. Like, no one wants to watch this. As terrible as it sounds, no one wants to watch the WNBA. They don't, when the NBA is sitting right there. No one wants to watch women play hockey when you got men over there playing hockey. Right? It's just the way it is. If it was going to change, it would have changed by now, especially right now in 2022 with how equal things are right now and how soft ass society is. You think somebody would do something about it, but nobody's going to fucking just burn their money to make you feel better. It's not the world we fucking live in. You know what I mean? Fix it. Take it upon yourself to fix it. And then once you fix it, then all right. Good on you. But until then, bruh, shut the fuck up.